Something horrible is meant to happen in your life, but if you will spend your 7 minutes here, I will save you from this horrible incident. Child, you live in a world which is surrounded by so many supernatural forces, and yet you often forget that you are not alone within it. Seen and unseen realms move at the same time, intersecting your days, brushing against your thoughts, influencing your paths in ways you do not always understand. You walk, breathe, plan, and worry as though everything rests solely upon your own strength. Yet I have been surrounding you long before you learned how to stand on your feet. I see what you do not see. I hear what is whispered against you in the quiet places. I know the intentions that are formed in darkness, and I know the fears that keep you awake when the lights are off and the world has gone silent. Nothing about you is hidden from me. Not your tears that fall without sound, not the prayers you struggle to form into words, not the questions you are afraid to ask because you think they might make you weak. Child, I am not offended by your questions. I am not distant from your confusion. I am present in the middle of it. There are moments ahead that could shake you if you walk into them unaware, moments designed to test your faith, your patience, and your trust. These moments are not sent to destroy you, but there are forces that would gladly use them for that purpose if you walk alone. That is why I call you now, not to frighten you, but to awaken you, not to burden you, but to remind you of who walks beside you. You have been trying to carry too much by yourself. You have been replaying old wounds as if they are prophecies of your future. You have allowed voices that never created you to define your value. Child, I formed you with intention. I shaped your heart knowing every battle it would face, and I did not design you to lose. When I placed breath in your lungs, I placed purpose within your soul. Even when you feel lost, you are still within my sight. There are spiritual currents moving around you right now, some meant to guide, some meant to distract. Not every open door is meant for you, and not every closed door is rejection. Some closures are protection. Some delays are mercy. You have been frustrated by waiting, but you do not see what the waiting has been saving you from. Trust me when I tell you that timing matters more than you realize. I know you are tired, not just physically, but deep within in the place where hope either grows or withers. You have been strong for so long that you forgot what it feels like to be held. You have learned how to survive, but I want to teach you how to live without constantly bracing for impact. Lay down the armor you no longer need. I am not calling you to be careless, but to be covered. There are thoughts that have been visiting you that are not from me. Thoughts that tell you that you are behind, that you have failed too many times, that it is too late for things to change. Child, I do not measure your life the way the world does. I do not count your worth by achievements or compare your journey to anyone else's path. I look at your heart. I see your effort. I honor your persistence, even when it feels unseen. You wonder why certain patterns keep repeating, why the same kinds of pain show up wearing different faces. Understand this. Awareness is the first step to freedom. What you are noticing now is not meant to trap you, but to teach you. When you recognize what no longer serves your growth, you are being invited to choose differently. I am giving you discernment, not condemnation. Listen closely in this moment. Still your racing thoughts. Breathe. I am closer than you think. The noise around you has been loud, but my voice is gentle. I do not shout over you. I wait for you. When you slow down enough to listen, you will hear guidance that brings peace, not panic. I do not lead you with fear. I lead you with truth. There are relationships in your life that have shaped you, some through love and some through pain. Do not regret what taught you strength, but do not cling to what keeps you wounded. Release does not always mean loss. Sometimes it means making room. I am preparing you for connections that will meet you where you are becoming, not where you used to be. But to receive what is new, you must loosen your grip on what is familiar. You have been questioning whether you are on the right path. Child, the fact that you seek direction tells me your heart is aligned more than you realize. I do not abandon those who ask. Even when you make wrong turns, I know how to redirect you without shaming you. There is no wasted step when you walk with me. What feels like a detour can become a lesson that strengthens you for what lies ahead. The world you live in can be harsh, fast, and demanding. It tells you to be more, do more, prove more. I tell you to abide, to grow, to trust. You do not need to earn my love. You do not need to perform for my attention. You already have it. Rest in that truth. Let it quiet the part of you that feels like it is never enough. I am shielding you even now from things you did not pray about because you did not know they were coming. That is the nature of my care. I move ahead of you. I stand behind you. I walk beside you. When you stumble, I steady you. When you doubt, I remain faithful. My protection is not always dramatic, but it is constant. There will be moments when you feel alone, but remember this. Feelings are not facts. Your emotions are real, but they are not always accurate reflections of reality. When loneliness whispers that you have been forgotten, answer it with truth. I am with you in the silence. I am with you in the crowd. I am with you when you feel strong and when you feel fragile. You are not weak for needing reassurance. Even the strongest trees bend in the wind. What matters is not that the storm comes, but that your roots are deep. Let me be the ground you are anchored in. When everything else feels unstable, my presence remains unchanging. I am calling you to trust me beyond what you can see. Faith is not the absence of fear. It is choosing to move forward even when fear tries to stop you. You do not have to know every detail of the future. You only need to know who holds it. I do. There is healing taking place within you, even if it feels slow. Some wounds heal quietly beneath the surface, long before you notice the difference. Be patient with yourself. Growth is not always loud or obvious. Sometimes it looks like choosing rest instead of self-criticism, like setting boundaries where you once allowed harm, like speaking kindly to yourself when your mind wants to replay old failures. Child, your life has meaning beyond what you can currently imagine. The impact you will have, the comfort you will offer, the light you will reflect, these things matter. Even your struggles will one day become bridges for others who feel lost. Nothing you have endured is wasted when placed in my hands. Do not be afraid of the future. Do not let the past define what is possible for you. I am doing a new work, even if it begins in ways that feel small. Pay attention to the peace that comes without explanation, to the quiet strength rising within you. These are signs of my presence. Stay here for these moments. Let your heart be still. Let your mind unclench. Receive what you have been running from, my care, my guidance, my protection. You do not have to strive in this space. Just be. Remember this, child, for I have acted in this way before, and my nature has not changed. What I have done in the past reveals who I am now. When danger stood close, when destruction was already in motion, I made a way for those who listened, trusted, and stayed near to me. I do not speak without purpose, and I do not warn without provision. There was a night long ago in the land of Egypt when something terrible was appointed to pass through the streets. Judgment had been declared, and sorrow would visit every house that was unprepared. Fear filled the air, though many did not yet know why. My people were slaves then, tired, bruised, doubting whether freedom would ever come. Yet I spoke to them with clarity and instruction. I did not tell them to fight the darkness with their own strength. I told them to stay inside, to listen, to obey, and to trust me. I instructed them to mark their doorposts with the sign I gave them. It was not the strength of the wood that saved them, nor the walls of their homes. It was obedience born from faith. When the night came and destruction passed through the land, it did not enter the houses that bore my sign. While cries rose elsewhere, there was protection where my word was honored. They were not spared because they were perfect, but because they listened. They were saved because they stayed where I told them to stay. Do you see this, child? They were asked to pause, to prepare, to remain still in obedience while something unseen moved around them. That night required trust more than understanding. They could not see the danger with their eyes, but they believed my voice. In that stillness, salvation met them. What felt like waiting was actually shelter. What felt like restriction was protection. Another time, centuries later, there was a man who served me faithfully in a foreign land. His name was Daniel. He lived among people who did not honor me, and yet he would not compromise his devotion. Because of his faithfulness, others grew jealous. They plotted not just to embarrass him, but to destroy him. Laws were twisted, power was abused, and suddenly Daniel found himself sentenced to death, not for wrongdoing, but for praying to me. The danger was real. The pit was deep. The lions were hungry. By every human measure, there was no escape. Yet even then I was present. Daniel did not change his posture toward me when the threat arose. He did not panic or bargain away his faith. He trusted me the same way he always had. When he was lowered into that den, it appeared as though evil had won, but I was already there. I shut the mouths of the lions, not with force as humans understand it, but with authority. The same voice that spoke creation into existence commanded peace in that place of death. Daniel slept while danger surrounded him. Morning came and he was lifted out unharmed. Those who had plotted his fall were exposed, and my power was made known. What was meant to destroy him became a testimony of my faithfulness. Child, do not miss this truth. The threat did not disappear, but it lost its power. The situation did not change immediately, but my presence changed everything. Daniel was not saved because the lions were weak. He was saved because I am strong. These moments were not isolated events. They are revelations of how I work. I warn before destruction. I protect those who listen. I remain present when danger is unavoidable. I make a distinction between those who trust me and those who dismiss my voice. Now hear me clearly. I am not sharing these accounts to entertain you or to fill your mind with stories. I am reminding you that I have always been a refuge for those who stay close. The patterns are the same, even if the circumstances look different. The world has changed, but my character has not. Just as I called my people to remain inside their homes that night in Egypt, I am calling you now to remain with me. Not physically, but spiritually. To pause, to listen, to resist the urge to rush forward blindly. There are moments when movement brings danger and stillness brings safety. Wisdom is knowing the difference, and wisdom begins with listening. Just as Daniel remained faithful in his habits, I am asking you not to abandon what keeps you connected to me. Do not silence your prayers because pressure increases. Do not compromise your values because fear grows louder. The very things that seem small, your quiet trust, your daily turning toward me, your willingness to listen, are what place you under my covering. You may not see the full picture right now. Daniel did not know how I would save him. The families in Egypt did not know exactly what would pass by their doors. They only knew what I asked of them. Obedience does not require complete understanding. It requires trust. And trust opens the door for my intervention. There are dangers you sense but cannot name. There are moments approaching that could harm you if you walk into them without discernment. That is why I have asked you to be here, to listen, to be still. I am not trying to frighten you. I am positioning you. I am aligning you with my protection the same way I have done for generations before you. Do not think you are insignificant, child. The same care I gave to slaves in Egypt and a servant in Babylon, I give to you. I do not reserve my protection for the famous or the strong. I cover the faithful, the listening, the willing. You do not need to be perfect to be protected. You need to be attentive. There will always be voices that mock obedience. There were people who ignored my warnings in Egypt. There were rulers who laughed at Daniel's faith. Yet when the moment came, truth stood firm while arrogance collapsed. Learn from this. Do not be moved by what others dismiss. Stay anchored in what I have spoken to you. I know you live in a time where urgency is praised and stillness is misunderstood. But some dangers are avoided not by speed but by discernment. Some deliverances happen not through dramatic action but through quiet trust. What I am doing in you right now may feel simple, but simplicity does not mean insignificance. You may wonder why I do not always remove danger before it appears. Understand this. My power is revealed not only by prevention, but by presence. When others see you stand unharmed where harm was expected, they witness my faithfulness. When peace holds you steady in moments that should overwhelm you, my name is honored. Just as Daniel emerged from the den unchanged, I am preserving parts of you that could have been destroyed by what you have faced. Just as my people stepped into freedom after that night in Egypt, I am leading you toward a future that could not exist without protection first. Sometimes salvation comes disguised as a pause. Sometimes deliverance begins with waiting. Child, come close and receive these words, not as noise, not as poetry alone, but as life spoken over you. I bless you with peace that does not depend on circumstances, peace that settles your heart even when answers have not yet arrived. May your mind be guarded from anxious spirals, and may calm rise within you like a quiet river that never runs dry. I bless your days with clarity. When confusion tries to cloud your judgment, may wisdom meet you gently and guide your steps. May you recognize what is meant for you and have the courage to release what is not. I bless your decisions that they may be rooted in truth rather than fear, and that even when you hesitate, you will sense my guidance steadying you. I bless your body with strength. Where you feel weary, may renewal come. Where stress has settled, may rest find its way into your bones. I bless your sleep that it may be deep and restoring, free from tormenting thoughts and restless nights. May you wake with a quiet confidence that you are held and protected. I bless your heart with healing. The places that were wounded by words, abandonment, disappointment, or loss, I touch them now with compassion. May what once caused you to shrink no longer define you. May scars become signs of survival rather than sources of pain. I bless you with the ability to forgive without forgetting your worth, and to remember without reopening wounds. I bless your spirit with sensitivity to my voice. May you discern truth amid noise. May you recognize when I am calling you to move and when I am asking you to wait. I bless you with attentiveness, that you will not overlook the quiet nudges, the gentle warnings, or the unexpected peace that signals my presence. I bless your path with protection. Where danger lies unseen, may my hand redirect you. Where harm was intended, may it lose its power before it reaches you. I bless you with divine covering when you travel, when you rest, when you speak, and when you are silent. May no plan formed against you prosper, and may what seeks to unsettle you be rendered ineffective. I bless your relationships. May those who come into your life bring honesty, kindness, and mutual respect. I bless you with the wisdom to recognize who is safe for your heart and who must remain at a distance. May unhealthy attachments loosen without bitterness, and may connections aligned with your growth strengthen naturally. I bless you with companionship that does not drain you, but refreshes you. I bless your work and your efforts. May what you place your hands to carry purpose. May frustration not steal your joy, and may delay not convince you that you are failing. I bless the seeds you have planted, through kindness, diligence, and perseverance, that they will bear fruit in the right season. Even what feels unnoticed is seen by me. I bless your emotions. May you feel deeply without being ruled by what you feel. May joy visit you without guilt, and may sadness pass through without making a permanent home. I bless you with emotional resilience, the ability to bend without breaking, to grieve without losing hope, and to celebrate without fear of loss. I bless your thoughts. May lies lose their hold on your mind. May self-criticism soften into self-understanding. I bless you with the ability to speak kindly to yourself, to recognize your progress, and to release perfectionism. May your inner voice become gentler, more patient, more aligned with how I see you. I bless your future. Though you cannot yet see all that lies ahead, I am already there. I bless the doors that will open at the right time, and the ones that will remain closed for your good. May you walk forward with expectation rather than dread. I bless you with hope that does not depend on outcomes, but on trust. I bless you with courage. not the absence of fear, but the strength to move even when fear whispers. May you stand firm in your values when pressure rises. May you speak truth with humility and confidence. I bless you with the bravery to choose growth over comfort and honesty over approval. I bless your faith. When doubt visits, may it not destroy your trust but deepen it. I bless you with endurance in seasons where answers seem delayed. May your faith mature, not becoming rigid but rooted. I bless you with a relationship with me that is alive, honest, and sustaining. I bless you with joy that surprises you. Moments of laughter you did not expect. Peace that arrives without explanation. Gratitude that shifts your perspective. May you notice the small gifts woven into your days and recognize them as reminders of my care. I bless your identity. You are not defined by your mistakes, your past, or others' expectations. You are known, chosen, and valued. May you walk with your head lifted, not in pride, but in assurance. I bless you with the confidence that comes from knowing who you belong to. I bless you with patience for the process you are in. Growth does not happen overnight, and I am not rushing you. May you extend grace to yourself as I do. May you trust that becoming takes time and that every step forward, no matter how small, matters. I bless you with discernment in moments of silence. When life slows and distractions fade, may you not fear the quiet. I bless you with the ability to sit with stillness and find me there. May silence become a place of renewal rather than loneliness. I bless you with purpose that unfolds gently. You do not need to have everything figured out. I will reveal what you need when you need it. May you walk faithfully in what is before you, trusting that I am weaving the greater picture. Child, I place my blessing upon you now, over your coming and going, your rising and resting. You are covered, you are guided, you are loved. Carry these words with you. Let them settle into your life. I am with you, and my blessing rests upon you. Amen.